countdown here, all right? Are you an audio only?
I am him.
Cut it out! It ain't funny!
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We do have a video of him with his nips out.
Yeah, my picks have been shit this year.
Oh, he's taking it off.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into this edition of From the 50. We are live from the St. Louis, Missouri studios. It is wild card weekend of the NFL. We got 300 people on TikTok ready to rock and roll here on this Sunday morning. How's everybody doing? My name's TJ Weber. You can follow me at Weber Bets. You can follow the show at FromThe50.com. We got a full panel today. We'll get to it in a second, but I want to give a little shout out to the Detroit Lions fans out there. We made it, boys and girls. Ford Field will be hosting a playoff game today, and the first time in its history. The Lions have an opportunity to turn this motherfucker around right now and start the franchise run that we've been waiting for. It's time to send Matthew Stafford in perfect fashion back to L.A. because we're moving on from you. Jared Goff's our guy. Let's fucking go. Boys, how we doing?
You're not fired up today at all.
No, not at all. It could not come. I wish it was actually the early game. I'm excited about Sunday Night Football, but I can't wait any longer. God, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. But I am nervous as shit. I'll be honest. I sound cocky. I'm nervous. Big time.
You're nervous, and I'm on a diet.
You're on a diet, huh?
Yeah, ever since I seen that close-up of Andy Reid's mustache,
I may never eat again.
That was wild, wasn't it?
Disgusting.
What I mean, like the poor guy. I guess I don't know. It's like that's just like the lip, the sweat and all that.
Hey, you're out there in the elements. I don't blame him, but don't zoom in on him.
It's kind of like.
Do you think it's straight like snot that was frozen?
I
I
think
feel
it
like part of it was like literally everything was super cooling. I think just his breath, like the moisture in his breath, sticking to his mustache was frozen.
Sure.
It was either,
Which makes it less gross, in my opinion.
It was either nostril tundra or the northern mist.
He should have had somebody as like a towel guy just wiping his stash every like 10 minutes. Like he let it go. Like there's no way you don't feel that.
Well, what I don't understand too is like clearly they went in for the halftime break, right? It was just as bad when he came back out. You would think like you'd at least like crack all the ice off in the halftime break, but nope.
I was shocked.
brought
I
it
was
out.
waiting third quarter. I was even waiting. I guess it melted a little bit, but then it came right back. I mean, but yeah, it's wild. We got Nick Yale live from where the fuck are you, Nick?
Dallas, Texas, where I live, TJ.
He
Dallas,
looks warm.
Texas.
Look how warm he looks.
You just couldn't make it to the studio today, correct?
Yeah, couldn't make it to the studio. The elements are getting a little tricky down here in Dallas this morning, so we're at home at the apartment.
Gotcha. Can you do me a favor, sir? Can you do sideways camera, or is that not possible?
I can do sideways camera
Oh,
for
baby,
you.
now we're rocking and rolling. Look at this full screen, Nick Yale. Well, maybe not. Not nothing yet. I got nothing. Now he's like sideways here.
That looks like how I would do it.
This is a big web special here. All right, well, you figure that out. We'll let you guys know that you can get involved on FromThe50.com. You can call in from the50.com. It's easy to do. You can also text in here on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. If you want to see the full broadcast, you'll see it mainly on Twitch and YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. First episode of Football Fan Line last Tuesday. We had, I think, 15 callers. I mean, we were rocking and rolling on episode
Continuous.
1. People loved it.
Yeah.
So we have a great time. Appreciate everybody calling in on the first episode. That is a weekly show, year-round. As we get into the off-season down the road, it's going to get a little different. We're going to have some fun segments here and there, and I don't think we're going to be scrounging for content. There's always good football to talk, but right now, obviously, it's red hot. So, yeah, a lot of fun on the first episode, and I'll probably be live again Tuesday. Trying to be consistent, but you know how it goes. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated on the socials. So
we had a little fuck Peacock moment last night too.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Peacock this whole game last night, you couldn't get it on regular network. You had to order freaking Peacock and $10 a day for the rest of your life or some kind of bullshit they wanted. Fuck Peacock. Fuck Peacock. So what did I do? 2 degrees outside. I put on my fucking coat and went to Buffalo Wild Wings. Fuck Peacock.
It ain't funny.
It ain't funny. I'm not doing it, Peacock. I'm not signing up for your bullshit.
Big Web, you're not helping like the boomer side here because like
Yeah.
there's been so many boomer like memes about how if you're over 50 years old you can't get Peacock. Like, oh, what's this contraption? I don't know how to do it. I got to call my grandson.
To me, it's all about money. The NFL's a money grab. They get all this money from Peacock. Now Peacock's got to get the money back from the viewer. And put it on a fucking network. You'll get more advertisers. You get more people in. Fuck Peacock.
Big Web.
I went to the bar.
You know why they did it? I understand the frustration. I really do. Even us millennials that understand it a little bit more, I still understand the frustration out there. What they're trying to do, you're not going to like this. This is the future of football. This is the future of sports.
I'm trying to fight it. I don't want to pay for every game. Nick, should I pay for every game?
You already do.
You shouldn't have to pay for every game, Big Web.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick.
Wow, look at this. Like 2 guys at the bottom of the standings here. Kind of a little friendship brewing here.
Absolutely. He's
is
got my
good.
back.
He's
He
got your
knows.
back.
He knows when I'm making a
How
good
many games
point.
back am I right now?
My one like point I would make to you, Big Web, is like, like all the millennials and the Gen Z, they're all cord cutting, right? Like dropping cable and doing all the subscriptions. It's kind of the same thing. It's just a different medium. So like you already do pay for all the games because you have cable. Like
Right.
your cable package has NBC. Where it's moving towards, and TJ, I think you're right. Like eventually, they're all going to be on Amazon Prime and Peacock and
For sure.
whatever
Every game?
Fox comes up
Every
with.
single game.
Yeah.
The way YouTube did it with the Sunday Ticket this year, exactly the way it's going to go. I
I'd
mean,
say within 10 years, honestly.
no more cable.
They're going to
basically.
$10 the fuck out of you. Every network is.
The network's going to have their own app. So Peacock will have theirs. Obviously, Fox Sports will do Fox Sports app. But you pay a percentage to watch the certain games every week, whatever it may be. Everybody wants to get a cut. What I love this year is YouTube. I don't know if anybody I'm not trying to do all streaming stuff, but since we're on the topic, YouTube bought out Sunday Ticket. And if you had Sunday Ticket this year, it was awesome.
Fantastic.
I had nothing. No glitches.
I had it also. It was phenomenal. I think that if YouTube keeps Sunday Ticket, I don't know if the NFL could work this out to be a little bit more consumer friendly. If they could work out a revenue share with like Amazon Prime and Peacock, and you could have it maybe presented by them, but still on just one platform. If you pay for that platform, then you're good to watch all the games, no matter what network it's on. Kind of like Sunday Ticket, but then they've done these special games, and the Thursday night games were obviously Amazon Prime, so those didn't qualify. But I wonder if in the future they could do that to make it a little more consumer friendly, so you didn't have to have a Peacock subscription, an Amazon Prime subscription, a Hulu subscription. Like they're gonna put. I wouldn't be surprised if they start putting games on Netflix.
Sure. No, absolutely. If you have a good streaming platform, I mean, they're in the bidding. You see Netflix even with like Hollywood with movies, they're bidding against Paramount and Universal Studios. Like these guys are coming. I mean, like for sports especially, NFL is the number one product, and it's going that way for sure.
And then they jack it up to the bars too. I mean, we know some bar owners. They've told us directly, we got to pay a hell of a lot more money than you guys do at home because we're selling food and drink, whatever other bullshit's going on. But I don't care. Fuck Peacock.
Isn't there also too like because you're like showing it en masse, like you have to pay more for. You can't just. It's not as simple as just buying a Peacock subscription.
Yeah, you have to. That's like pay-per-view. It's not like pay-per-view works for UFC fights. Why do they have to pay so much money? Because other's people just go to the bars to watch it.
Exactly. But
the
some
bar
people want to
can't
do like I don't know, the watch parties or watch it in the comfort of their own home. But you're right. I mean, the bars get it so that they're there. You're buying beer. You're buying whatever. It makes sense. But as far as the cord cutting, I mean, it's the way it's going. It's going to be very, very quick, and people are pissed off. Like even when MLB, I know we're really getting into the weeds. We'll talk about it in the offseason, but MLB has a game of the week on I don't even know, YouTube or something.
Apple TV.
Apple TV. There you go. And people, same thing. You don't have Apple TV, you can't watch the game. And it's interesting.
A fucking playoff game.
Yeah, playoff game. I get. That would piss me off too. Try this.
You know why though? Because if they put like I don't know, the Dolphins versus the Jags. I'm just making this up. Yeah, Giants, whatever. Like,
nobody's watching it.
Nobody's buying a subscription
Not
for
a
that.
shot.
But if you put a playoff game on there,
you're making them do it.
all of a sudden, people are like, I'll do a free trial.
Yeah.
Fine.
And the caveat there was the Miami market and the Kansas City market still got it on their local channel. So it was just out of market team. So it's like, it wasn't like that bad. I mean, if you're in market, it's not like you had to buy it.
I was on the warm couch in front of the warm fireplace, and I said, fuck Peacock, and I put on my coat and my slippers, and I went to the fucking bar.
See, I thought...
Big Web, you can afford $6.
It's so funny, though, because I went from thinking, man, Big Web, I'm proud of him. He didn't call me, text me one time. He must have figured this thing out himself. Nope, he gave up and went to the bar.
Nope, yeah, he said,
Sounds
fuck
about
it.
right.
He said,
Big Web,
left.
Doesn't shock me at all.
You actually spend more money driving to the bar and probably buying food and drink at the bar than you would have say home.
I was like, we're
$7
making some steps here. Big Web finally figured out the streaming shit. Nope.
No.
And he also texted me again for the 8th time in the last 4 weeks. He changed the Spectrum password. I don't know why you can't write the damn thing down.
Don't tell Spectrum I'm letting you use that.
Oh, sorry. Couldn't be sorrier.
They're watching.
They're
going to ban your account.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I'm going to lose Spectrum. I have to stream everything.
Yeah. You guys get involved here from the50.com. I know we got a lot of people chiming in. You guys can give us your parlays of the day. Let us know your thoughts on the games this weekend. Let's see. The Texans cooked. That's from JOP. Yeah, they did. Unbelievable. And I got a little story, too, real quick, boys. I had an opportunity to cash with a buddy. We were in Florida, actually. I was in Florida this morning at 2:30 in the morning. Made it in time for the show because we just do what we can for the fans, obviously.
Love it.
And I put down a parlay yesterday that was Amari Cooper 2 receptions away from cashing $700. We had Stroud over passing. We had Nico Collins over receptions. We had Texans minus 2.5. We took them all at 2.5 and obviously covered that. It was a hell of a game. I was shocked to see it wasn't close, but after those 2 pick sixes that Flacco threw, I go, that's it. It's a blowout. Crazy.
John did bad yesterday for us, but I know how you feel. I mean, if Patrick throws 20 less passing yards, it's a whole different money count today.
Patrick
Mahomes, he threw too many passing yards.
Oh, you're saying
you
had a parlay with them.
Because of the ice and snow. I had Tua under, I had him under. Tua did a great job of being shitty. Patrick didn't.
Less good job of being shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked at how, the Browns defense, like, there was a stat saying that they're one of the worst defenses on the road this year. Maybe not full, whatever it was passing defense, or I don't know. Zook, you might know the stat.
Well, I brought it up on the show, like, I think a month or two ago, because the Browns have been one of the best defenses in NFL history at home, but it's been a completely different story on the road. I also thought, too, with this being a rematch, I thought D'Amico Ryan's going to have a much better game plan. That was the Amari Cooper, 50 fantasy points game against the Texans in the fantasy playoffs, a couple weeks ago, not that long ago. So I thought he'd have a better game, and I thought C.J. Stroud was gonna cook him.
He had, I don't know if it was an ankle injury or whatever he had. He rolled up again on one of his catches. He came up hobbling, and that was it. And we thought he was a decoy at that point, and we were pissed because we're like, he's the last leg. And they did not. And then after it's a blowout, they ran the ball. When they ran the ball down 30 with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you go, okay, it's over. Like, there's no shot we get this.
Yeah.
Super frustrating stuff. But yeah, that was a blowout. Dolphins-Chiefs. I'll be honest, I expected a little bit more from the Dolphins. I know the whole storyline was the weather, and it was shitty. I mean, they were basically giving tickets away in Kansas City because who wants to go to a game minus 30 degrees with wind chill? But they filled it. I mean, that's what the Chiefs do. And I will say Mahomes played his ass off. I mean, he looked like the Mahomes of old. Chiefs could be dangerous, and Miami had no shot. I mean, Tua was just they couldn't get off the bus. I mean, that's just kind of what it was.
Chiefs defense.
They had one throw to Tyreek, and that was it.
Yeah. It was, and the thing is, it took them forever to get Tyreek involved. And then when he finally did, he scored a touchdown. And then he was a non-factor. I mean, it didn't matter. Once they got into it, you could tell that they were playing at 75% effort. Like the cold affected the Dolphins more than the Chiefs. I thought it was a crazy storyline, but it was obvious.
It was true. And Tua's numbers in the cold weather are true too. Yeah. I mean, he was missing snaps and not gathering the ball and all kinds of things. So yeah, it totally affected him.
So we go into Sunday's matchups again. We'll go ahead and we'll do our picks here in a little bit. We actually we picked the first two games in our group chat, so we'll let you know what happened on those. And then we got obviously we'll pick Green Bay and Dallas and the Rams and Detroit for today. We'll also pick the games for Monday. I don't know what's going to happen with Buffalo and Pittsburgh because the snow is still coming down. They were supposed to hire some people to shovel snow for $20 an hour. They were supposed to be there last night. Then it was this morning. Now it's don't leave your home until further notice. So the game might not happen on Monday either. I don't know how that's going to work out.
What's the weather supposed to do though Monday?
I don't know.
I think the snow is kind of supposed to break after later on today, right? So I think that they'll be able to get a bunch of people out there and shovel it pretty fast. Okay. At least I know in Green Bay they do kind of like a similar thing. I don't know if they pay $20 an hour or whatever, the semantics of it, but I know the whole community will come and shovel the parking lots and the stadium and whatever, and they get done in a couple hours. So
that whole stadium, you think, in 2 hours?
Not 2 hours, maybe not two, but they do it pretty quick. You'll be surprised how fast they turn it around.
I will say I love Twitter because when you see the videos in Buffalo, any normal person would be like, yeah, that's pretty tough. I don't think they can see or move without hitting snow. And somebody goes, God, the Bills are a bunch of pussies, not out there playing. I'd get out there right now and play. Shut up, dude. There's 2 feet of snow. Relax.
Sitting on the couch.
Hardo in a nice, just toasty
heated
living
recliner.
Room. Yep, sitting there with a little massage chair.
Big old gut.
Yeah.
I'd get out there.
I get out there. These guys aren't tough. It's just okay, dude, you're sick. I got a lot of Detroit fans, Lions fans. Let's show out here. Let TikTok. Let's go. Let's see you guys. Go ahead. Give me a one pride. Go Lions. Fuck the Rams. Whatever you want to do. I want to see the Lions fans show out here. And Captain Fat says go Pack Go. So Packers fans out here as well.
Fat.
This is good, Zook. I mean, this is good.
I wanted to. I know that this is basically a Lions pod, but I was gonna do a call out for all the Packers fans to get in the chat today. In the playoffs, we're actually rooting for the Lions today too.
Are you actually rooting for us?
Yeah,
I'm rooting for you too. Because guess what? If you guys win,
then you get another home playoff.
Another home playoff.
That's
game,
right.
So that'd be great.
I won't be rooting for you when obviously if we play you, but
right.
Dude, I want the Lions to do well. I don't hate the Lions like I hate the Vikings and the Bears. I really don't.
I hate the Packers more than anybody in the NFL
because we win all the time.
No, that's fine.
All the time.
Not all the time, but
a lot.
Jags suck.
Cleveland made the playoffs.
Jags enter the chat. Nick, your thoughts on your boy Trevor and the team not getting it done this year?
Just too banged up, man. Just too banged up. Too many injuries down the stretch that hurt him. Be back next year. Let's go get some offensive linemen.
Yeah, you hate to see it, man. That's just the way it goes, I'd like a Jahmyr Gibbs jersey. No, I might go Goff. I think Goff jersey, and then
I thought you said you went gray, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And you know my Venmo, so whenever you want to send that nice hundy spot, let me know. I'll be ready.
I'll send you it. I'll wait as long as possible and say week 1 of the NFL season.
Kind of like you signing the board, like you're never in town, so we'll sign the board in 2026 probably, right?
FedEx
Yep. I'll delay it as long as I possibly can.
This is good. See, I don't know if you knew this, by the way. Big Web had this whole idea to have you pick last week first, so he could fade you and pull a Nick Yale, and then you were sick, and then the bit was gone.
The whole plan went to hell.
He was fired up about that too.
I may use it today.
I mean, he could. How many games technically am I back now?
4.
You lost 2 last week.
Yeah, you got some work to do. You're done. You're done. I hate to tell you.
Yeah, I might just go against every single pick Big Web takes and just.
Well, it's gonna be a long wait. It's gonna be a long fucking show because I won't say a word.
At least the game's not until 3:30. I might just let this go and let you guys just look at each other and smile and be weird.
Yeah.
We'll just flip a coin, see who's got to go first for each game.
Yeah. There you go.
We got to find a magic coin. We can do that. One pride, baby. Let's go. Lions. Let's see. Cowboys versus Packers prediction. That's from Tristan. We'll get into it a little bit more with the picks, but I think the Packers could be kind of dangerous today, for sure, to cover. I think it'll be a closer game than people realize. Zook, what are your honest opinions?
Honestly, I could see it going either way. Like, the Packers had a big upset win over Dallas last year that sort of propelled them to get them back on track. Christian Watson could potentially be an X factor. He had a huge game against the Cowboys last year. He's going to test out the hamstring pregame and might go. Jair Alexander had a freak injury, though. Stepped on some dude's foot in practice, and he might not play. I really love how far the offense has come. But at the end of the day, they're coordinated by Joe Barry. So
Here we go, Joe Barry.
I fully expect when CeeDee Lamb hits the field for us to be like, wait, you can throw forward pass in the NFL? He's allowed to do that and catch it and run down the field? I expect him to be like, I didn't know he was that good.
So if Jair shuts him down, though.
Not going to happen. But
let's say he does. Do you think they can win the game? If CD gets less than 50 yards and 5 receptions, you think that the Packers can win?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go. That's all.
Even if he does more than that, they have a chance to win. Like, their offense has kept them in some games. They're playing really, really well against some defenses that have been hot too. So yeah, they've absolutely got a chance in this game, but they got to play pretty well. Pass rush is going to have to make Dak uncomfortable. But yeah, I mean, I feel like decently confident. I don't know. It's kind of all gravy, honestly.
Yeah,
and I think most Packers fans would tell you that. Like,
this would
win
be
or
fun.
lose today.
I would love to see the Packers beat the Cowboys. It would make everything perfect where the Lions get another playoff game. The Cowboys fans, again, are just in shambles. After they steal the NFC East, well, the Philly basically gave the NFC East away, but still, it's typical Dallas fashion to lose to a 7 seed. It would be fantastic.
Oh, all the pressure's on Dallas. 100%. And Mike McCarthy, too, against
he can get out-coached, by the way. LaFleur can out-coach the fuck out of him, so that could definitely happen today.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they hold up against, Dan Quinn's defense, because they're phenomenal.
Well, let me translate here a little bit.
All right.
When Humble Zook starts talking his own team down, look out.
Yes.
I'm telling you, he does it, and then they win. I've seen it too many times.
Yeah. This could be a recipe for success today.
I don't know, too. I think maybe part of it is, I'm fresh off a natty victory earlier this week, so we're just
Zook's feeling good.
We're pretty stress free. We're just a football fan today, man. Whatever happens, happens.
I love it. Everything's coming up, Zook. This is fantastic. Can you imagine some crazy shit?
Everything's coming up, Zook.
Hey, it takes a Packers loss a Packers win, and all of a sudden they're red hot, and maybe they meet up with the Lions in the NFC Championship.
That would be so
that
sweet.
Would be
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. What are the odds on that? Plus 30,000 probably. It'd be fun though.
Yeah.
I love it. Someone said, is Laporta playing today? He's questionable. I believe they're going to give him a go. I don't know about if it's game time decision. Does anybody have any up?
I read the injury reports this morning before I came on the program, and they are going to try and have Sam Laporta play today. There's some optimism there. He's going to wear a lineman brace that he's been wearing in practice So, but yeah, I think he's gonna dress. How effective he is, not sure.
Go, Zook.
But yeah, I think he's gonna dress.
That's big.
Yeah,
big web.
I told you I thought he could.
I heard the same thing.
Hyperextension is a lot about like pain management.
He needs to play because right now I think it's Brock Wright, and we just got Anthony Ferkser off the practice squad.
The legend Anthony
Ferkser.
He ended the Patriots dynasty, if you remember.
That's right, he did. I forgot about that. Anthony Ferkser is our third tight end today. Well, maybe second if Laporta doesn't play. Sam Laporta is going to play today.
What happened to James? I like James.
He got hurt. He's injured.
Okay.
Hate to see it. So Anthony Ferkser is we believe in Anthony Ferkser. We will play good football with Anthony Ferkser.
There's a joke there somewhere. I'm digging hard, man. Ferkser.
Ferkser.
I got nothing.
Let's see. Rob says this is just a reminder to cancel your Peacock subscription.
That's right.
Good job. Good job.
How many 7-day free trials were used last night to watch that game? That's the question.
I already had it just because I watch The Office on repeat constantly.
I already had it as well.
The Chad says Decker reported. I agree. Never going to get over that one.
That is like the state of Michigan's new like JT was short.
Let me tell you something. If the Lions lose the Rams today, which is not going to happen, but if they do, I will dedicate a full week when it's slow for the, I guess a full show, maybe a full couple weeks, to the entire referee Brad Allen crew, just to go off on them for an entire day in March when nothing's going on. If that happens, if the Lions win the Super Bowl, everything is forgiven. I don't care. Laporta is looking good to play today. It's from Michael. Yep, that's what we talked about. Ford Field is about to be a madhouse. That's from the Chad. I like that. He calls himself the Chad.
Yeah,
it's catchy.
The Chad
move.
Catchy.
That is a Chad move to say
Chad
the Chad
move.
Very nice. Lions win by 1 million. Rams by 20. Michael, you're banned. Just kidding. Let's see. They are counting on people forgetting to cancel their subscription. That's from Wessel. Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. Absolutely. I bet what 25% of people at least will not remember to cancel.
For every boomer, do you know how hard it was for?
Yeah.
Do you know how many boomers started a subscription yesterday that had the help of like family? Now they got to figure out how to cancel it.
They have no idea how to do it.
Yeah, oh, they're fucked. They're fucked.
It's just a tough scene. It just is a tough scene.
It was a $100 ball game. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Are you guys doing the show all season? Yeah. All the way through Super Bowl. We will be here live. If the Lions end up making the Super Bowl and there's a miracle, I will probably be in Detroit. That's the plan. But again, we got to win a lot of games before that happens. So, but yeah, the plan is to do a show all the way through Super Bowl, and then we got the football fan line all season or all year long until start of the year. We'll be back on Sundays.
Somebody's going to chime in and say Super Bowl's in Vegas, dumbass.
Yeah, I know. Why are you going to Detroit, idiot? Because I can't afford to pay the money to go to the.
Nick's going. Nick's going to the Super Bowl.
I am.
Are you actually?
I will be in Las Vegas. Yeah, we're not going to the actual game, I don't think, but we'll be there. We got some parties. We got some parties and stuff we're going to, so we'll be in there Thursday through Tuesday, I believe.
What celebrity are you hanging out with, Guy?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'll keep you posted. I'll send you pictures though.
I'll be
sure.
there next week. I'll warm up a seat for you. I'll be there next week.
Yeah, warm up my seat.
Is Trent still doing the 24-hour stream?
Yeah, apparently he fell asleep for a while. I don't know what the.
Well, you said the weather's getting bad, so like, is he stuck there on the stream?
Well, he's at the house. He lives at the house where the studio is, so he's chilling. He's fine.
All right,
that's great.
Yeah, I went to bed at like 3:30, and it was he still was on at that point. And then I woke up at like 7:30, and he wasn't there. So and someone was like, "Wake Trent up."
People like watching him sleep. Was that a thing?
I don't know what happened or where he went. I think he may have just like left for an hour and left stream running and then just came back. He's back on right now though.
Hey, if people will watch Jersey Jerry sleep, they'll watch Trent sleep.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I'm saying.
Just start a segment, watch Trent sleep, and just see how many people you get that are just total creepos every week.
Tim the Tapman gave him a shout out this week on his stream.
I saw that. Yeah, Tim the Tapman, big video game streamer. That's right. He said he's the biggest fade guy ever. Like basically said he's fade god, which is how he got his start. So
correct.
And I appreciate Trent, by the way. I don't know if you thanked him for me as a Michigan fan. We really appreciated him.
I did. I gave him. I sent him your message, and I always tell him to bet against your guys' team so that everybody wins.
Everybody did their part.
Yep.
Everybody. It's a team effort, so that's what it is.
It was
good stuff.
Hey, at least the Washington coach got a job out of it.
He did. The Alabama job. That's right.
Belichick, yeah, we could talk about that in the offseason too. Belichick, Saban within 24 hours. Pete Carroll in there within 24 hours of each other.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's just gets swept under the rug.
Yeah, it's like sorry, dude, you're definitely third on that list by a mile. If we're gonna get into the picks, but real quick, hot take, quick answer. Do you think Bill Belichick coaches in the NFL next year?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Where?
Commanders.
Why?
Yeah.
San Diego's not in good enough shape for him. I think Commanders too, maybe.
Well, Jimmy Harbaugh is going to be.
I think he's going to get
there.
that. I think he should take that job.
I think
he's got the sunglasses.
East Coast guy, new ownership, some stuff to work with on defense. I NFC, opposite conference.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of appealing. Also consider the coaches he'll be going against in the division. Mike McCarthy, he can run circles around.
Mm-hmm.
Sirianni has proven, I think, so far to be not awesome.
Yeah.
Had great coordinators. He himself, not that good. And Daboll's kind of in shambles. His coordinator just quit on him because he's such an asshole.
And Bill's an Annapolis guy, so he could go back there to, the Washington area.
That's true.
I've heard Atlanta and Carolina. I'm like, why? Why the fuck would Belichick go to those two spots? No shot.
Wouldn't mind Atlanta and then you get Justin Fields or something and make like a little fucking contender there.
Yeah,
also,
that's whatever the Bears end up doing. Yeah.
One more connection. They just hired Adam Peters to be their GM. The Commanders did, and Peters got his start in New England.
Oh,
before
really?
He went to San Francisco. So, like, if Bill has
it was San Francisco guy
personnel,
there. Yeah.
I could see him be more comfortable conceding personnel decisions to a guy like Adam Peters.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd just take a back seat and coach more.
It's good.
Quick trivia question for you guys on Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's one of the only coaches, one of three coaches to win a national championship and a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Can you name the other two?
Nice.
Big Web might know. One is older, and one is more like. I mean, both are older, but
Jimmy Johnson's one.
Barry Switzer.
Yep. There you go.
Wow.
Bing, bing.
Yeah.
Got it.
Good teamwork.
Very nice on that one.
I wouldn't have got Barry
Was
Switzer.
Jimmy Johnson the U, right? Was he
Yeah.
Miami?
Yeah, Miami and
Switzer
then
was
Dallas.
Oklahoma.
Okay. Where did he coach in the NFL? I've heard the name.
Dallas
Dallas.
also,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Was he like the 80s, 70s?
He came in after Jimmy, didn't he?
Oh, it was after Jimmy.
Was it after?
No, Jimmy was before, or Jimmy was after.
Yeah, no,
because Jimmy was,
Switzer was older.
I believe, was the late '90s. Switzer was a little bit earlier.
Who cares?
I think Switzer was that early '90s Super Bowl, maybe.
Shout out to Barry Switzer today. No, it's good stuff. I'm actually curious to see where Bill goes. I think it's going to be a good offseason. It might not even be an offseason guess. He might sign or get a job here in the next couple weeks, but it'll be a fun storyline. I'm curious to see how long he'll coach, but if he gets in the right spot, I could see him. He's one of those guys that'll coach until he's dead.
He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it if he wasn't going to dedicate 5 years. Right.
He's got to break Shula's record. He's like 15 wins away or something like that.
I think it's less about that. I just think the dude is gonna coach football till he can't coach football.
He's just that's ingrained.
But you don't take something for a year. You just don't. It's you building something.
I don't think he doesn't want to retire. I mean, he made it very clear in his press conference before he got let go later that week. He's like, I mean, I've got no plans to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So
he's just going to kind of see what the opportunity. Yeah, it's good. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, let's get into the standings from last week. So it's getting interesting, especially at the bottom of the leaderboard. Again, at week 18, it was not the best week for the panel. We had in the lead, Big Web goes 5-2. Only lost on Jacksonville and Chicago. 4-3 for the audience and Zook. Let's see. Nick went 3-4. I go 2-5. Not a great week for me. So the overall standings are as follows going into the wild card weekend. Zook in first place at 81, 45-4. I'm in second, 78, 48-4. Audience 72, 52-6. Big Web might get out of the fourth place spot this week. He's at 70, 56-4. And Nick Yale still at the caboose, 66, 60-4 overall.
Still good. It's a good record.
Still 6 games above 500.
Everybody's over 500. This is impressive.
Shit games. We pick shit games.
We pick the top games.
The top shit games we pick.
Well, it's just it's something you would not bet on. It's just the best games of the week. It's just the way it works. It's the way it's always worked.
We should be betting on these games.
Honestly, we should, the way we're picking. Zook, I mean, can you imagine getting, you're not going to do it this year, but 100 wins one of these years? I don't know how you can get much better than this.
I was going to say, is it possible? I am 3-0 already this week.
Yeah.
How many games did we do with the dog in the lock? Do we have 8 games this week then?
We got 8. Yep.
And so we'll have 8 next week with the
It'll be back to 6, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Please,
it might.
please don't give him that challenge. He'll take time off from his
I
job.
was just
He
trying
won't talk to his
How am I
wife.
going to get 100 wins here, honey?
I was just trying to see if it was mathematically possible because technically we're at 84 right now.
I don't want to talk about it. Turn off all. I'm going to my office. I got to study.
That'd be awesome. But 81, 45, and 4 is insane.
Unbelievable.
Well, and to like reference back to last year, like how Nick's getting screwed this year. I was well under 500 last year and was in like 3rd place.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's over 500. He said he's getting last.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, 6 games over 500.
When it rains, it pours, brother. It's just the way it works. It's a hell of a year. As I forgot, Big Web was the only one on the panel to be over 500 last year. It's crazy. And now, I don't know what we figured out, but hell of a year. Hell of a year. It's never going to happen again, so we're going to take some screenshots.
We've been fucking on one this year.
I might take a screenshot and like put it up in a corner just to remind us next year when we're terrible how great we were last year. That'd be fun.
You know, if I do go to 3rd and the audience goes to 4th and Nick happens to beat the audience, we got to fly somebody in to sign the board.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Captain Fat will fly in and sign the board for
I
the
like
audience.
that. I think Tolly honestly should sign. It was his spot. I mean, I think it's his responsibility to sign.
That's not a bad idea.
Prepare the crew. Group chat's going to get a text.
Real quick in 5 seconds.
Never
going to sign again. But yeah, it was a good week. It's been a great year, over 500, and you gotta love it. There's still some time for Nick to beat Big Web, but it's getting close. Or it's not
always
it's
time.
You're at a point where you're kind of screwed, where you gotta fade him, and we'll see how the
It's kind of like the baseball standings. You want another team between you now. That's kind of what I'm feeling.
Yeah, audience is not really having that great of a lead at 3rd place. I mean,
maybe we'll fade the audience. Let the audience go first and just fade the audience.
There you go. Yeah. By the way, audience, so you guys are part of this panel. You guys are going to pick every game that we pick against the spread, and then you're also going to give us a dog and a lock. So as we go, whoever gets the most votes in the chat, that's going to be the pick for the audience. Sometimes we contradict ourselves with the picks, with the locks and the dogs and all that stuff, but we'll make sure we don't do that. So we'll go through these games, and you guys will pick along with us. So make sure you do that. And if you want to call in, you can do so from the50.com, from the 50.com. All right. Let's get into the picks today. So we're actually going to start with the first game since Pittsburgh and Buffalo has been moved. We got Green Bay at the Dallas Cowboys. And Big Web, you're going to do line checks for me. Last time I saw, Dallas is minus 7.5.
I wasn't ready for that. Let me get
the
this
glasses
for you.
out. Here we go. Get them fired up here. I'm guessing 7.5. If it's 7.5, I think Packers might be maybe not a sweep, but it's going to be
Solid
close.
7. I got a solid 7.
Solid
right now.
7. Let's go ahead and start with Big Web.
You know what? I think that's a lot of points. I had to pick a dog today, and I like Dallas. I think Dallas is going to win money line, but I'm not picking them. I'm taking Green Bay because if you got to pick a dog and you don't pick a dog on Saturday and you want to pick favorites on Sunday, you're screwed. So give me Green Bay.
All right, Zook.
No shocker here, guys. I am rolling with the Packers. Whenever you think a team has a decent chance to win and they're getting a full touchdown, I think you've got to take it. Hopefully, if they lose, they can at least push or maybe cover this game, keep it within a score. I think the offense is good enough to do that. So, yeah, give me the Green Bay Packers.
All right, shocker over here.
Shocker.
Nick Yale, what do you got?
Man, I love this. Dude, Dallas is best team at home all year. Dak Prescott's great at home. Give me the Cowboys. I'll take the 7 gladly without that hook there. I think Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. I think they just have a good game. They're the much better team in this one. Cowboys roll.
For Nick Yale. Audience looks like they're going with Green Bay. I think Green Bay is the consensus, so we're going to give them Green Bay, and I'm going to leave Nick on an island. I'm also going to take Green Bay in this one. I got a little feeling about the Packers. I don't know if it's the way they've been playing or the way Dallas always plays in the playoffs.
I actually feel good about Dallas.
Give me the Pack plus 7. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we move on to the game.
We're getting just clowned by the Dallas fans in the chat right now.
We got a lot of Dallas
fans? Yeah, let's go,
Yeah.
Dallas fans. Dallas fans, stand up.
Big Web and I got called a moronic.
Oh, wow.
For picking the Packers just now.
Let's see. Great moronic pick. Both moronic picks. Dallas.
Hey, I gotta stand up. I gotta stand up
Who's
for the
that,
hometown
AJ?
team.
AJ.
Remember, it is the spread. We're not picking them necessarily to win.
AJ,
Right.
call back in next week, my man. Hey, if they lose to the Packers, you can't go and hide now. You got to call back
Let's go,
in. That's the
Chad.
way it
Let's go,
works.
Chad.
That's the way this shit
Stand stand up,
Talk
Cowboys
shit, we love it,
fans.
but you got to show back up, my man.
Here we
It is allowed
go.
to shit talk me if the Cowboys cover today.
Here we go.
All right, we have the game of the week, the game of the century. Ford Field,
Lions
rocking
and
and rolling.
Rams.
The Lions
Ford
host the
Field.
Los Angeles
Blue
Rams, and the Lions are minus
Sunday
3.
night
Solid
football.
3.
Solid 3, Big Web.
Solid 3.
I refuse to answer.
Oh, wow. He did a pass.
Taking a stand.
Okay.
This is getting good.
All right. I am going to, for the good of this panel, take the Los Angeles Rams. I also think that they have a decent chance to win this football game, but I mainly want to avoid the clean sweep so that TJ has no bad juju. Again, it takes all of us doing our part, but I do think there's a decent shot Matt Stafford comes back to Ford Field and wins.
I was just about to say you're a gentleman, sir, but you didn't have to say that part. I don't want the last part of that. Whatever. Zook, or, Nick.
I'll be rooting against my pick. Does that
All
make
right,
you feel
that's
better?
fair. Okay. We're back.
Okay.
All right, Nick.
Yeah, this is the game of the week. Yeah, I think everyone's getting up for this one. Exciting. Jerry Goff, fucking Matt Stafford. I like the Lions here, though. I'm not going to bet against the Lions in Ford Field. Again, that crowd is going to be – there's going to be a considerable, sizable home field advantage for Detroit. It's always fuck Kroenke. It's always fuck the Rams. I do think the Rams got a good offense. And I kind of hope for a high-scoring game. Totals at 52.5 here, so – would love just a dog shootout between Stafford and Goff, but I'll take the Lions at home.
Big Web.
Lions, please.
Very nice. Very simple. I
A lot
love
of
it.
gamesmanship
I do like
going
the
on.
other-
I knew you were going the Lions. I knew you're not fucking taking the Rams, Big Web. Come on.
Just nice back and forth here.
So, am I the only one that took the Rams?
Well, not yet. We still got 2 people to pick. Me and the audience.
I was going to say, you guys are welcome.
Me and the audience. You know, it's going to be a hell of a game. You know, Matthew Stafford coming back, getting 3. It's a cute little number. Not going to be enough. Lions win 50-3. Unbiased score.
You gave him a field goal. That was kind of you.
Yeah, why didn't you
A
say
little bit
50
early,
and
and I
nothing?
get, 1 shot.
Amon-Ra, 4 touchdowns.
I'm nervous as fuck. I am because, unfortunately, we have a terrible secondary, and the Rams can sling the ball. So I'm a little worried about the defense, but as long as the offense can move the ball and we get 1 stop, 1 big pick, something the defense can do right, we're going to win this game. I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. Lions all day, -3. The play's going to be rocking and rolling. I cannot wait. If they lose this game, I'm going to be in shambles on the Tuesday show. But I feel good about it. Detroit -3. This is getting interesting. We have pretty much a split, I think, in the chat. A lot of Lions, but Rams are popping up as well. I think it's more Lions. No?
I think so, too.
All right. Lions it is. It's a clean sweep for Zook. Thank you, Zook, for your contribution, sir.
Yep, you're welcome.
I'll be honest.
I knew I had to do it. I had to be the sacrificial lamb today.
You're a gentleman. And I'll be honest. I don't want to say this on the air. I'll just tell you the Rams might have a shot to win. I don't want to. I don't want to
think I heard
acknowledge
it.
it.
They absolutely do.
I heard what he said. If you guys want to know, I heard what he
They
said.
absolutely do. I wouldn't have been the sacrificial lamb if your guys could cover a pass at all.
Oh God,
But you can't.
I'm scared. All right.
I did your team on. I did your team's defense for PFF last week. That's a big part of it
Yeah,
too.
secondary's it's atrocious.
It's a joke.
It's gonna be bad. All right, we got 2 games on Monday night or Monday. Is it both Monday night? Is that,
3:30 and
7:15.
7:15.
If it doesn't get pushed anymore, and then Monday night.
Okay, 3:30 on Monday night. So we got Pittsburgh and Buffalo. That game may not happen on Monday, but at some point it should be played. Buffalo's minus 10. Still?
Solid 10.
10.
We got a solid 10.
Solid 10.
Hard 10.
Big Web.
Again, I refuse to answer.
Nick Yale.
I think I'm going to go Buffalo here. I think Josh Allen, playoff Josh Allen, gets the job done. They're at home. I don't know if the total is going to go over or not, but I think this could probably be pretty similar to last night's game in Kansas City where you saw the team that's always there do the job that they should probably do, and I think that's what you're getting with Buffalo at home. And I think they're the better team overall. I just don't think Steelers are really going to do anything. I mean, people are saying Najee Harris might have a nice day on the ground. If you like player props, maybe look at his yards. But Buffalo 10, it's a big number, but like that doesn't scare me. If it was at 7, I'd be like, maybe take Pittsburgh. But 10 tells me that Buffalo is going to score a couple touchdowns, a couple field goals, and Pittsburgh's not going to get a lot.
Zook.
I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills also, man. You guys know I have not been very fond of the Steelers team all year long. I actually can't believe they're in the playoffs. There's one quarterback that I think will do a fantastic job handling whatever conditions are thrown at them. That's Josh Allen. I don't see Mason Rudolph having very much success in this game. Give me the Bills.
Big Web?
I like Buffalo here. They're better on both sides of the ball. Me and Nick love Buffalo.
I'm sorry, it was -10, correct? That was
-10.
Solid.
-10, yeah. -10.
Right.
Don't
yeah. I'm also going to go with Buffalo here. The 10 is tough as far as covering. Pittsburgh doesn't give me any reason to root for them. They're just, without TJ Watt especially, so the harder their defense is out, their offense is always just who fucking knows. Buffalo's on fire. They got a good shot, man, to make a run. I really like the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. So give me Buffalo -10. Audience, I did not see fully. It looks like there's a lot of Buffalo.
I saw one Steelers, one Buffalo so far.
I see 3 Buffalo.
There's
Do you?
Buffalo,
Okay.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Bills.
I think Bills is the play.
Bills
All right.
is the play.
Boring, clean sweep, but I don't really blame anybody. Buffalo Bills -10. And finally, we have another interesting game. I think the line is Eagles -3. They're headed out to Tampa Bay
2.5.
to take on the NFC South champs. 2.5, you said?
I got
2.5,
a 3
2.5.
on the one we've been using.
We're using FanDuel? No, we're using FanDuel. What's FanDuel say? 2.5? That's what we always do.
I got 2.5 on FanDuel. Must have
Okay,
moved in the
2.5 it
last.
is.
Let me refresh. Yeah, 2.5 is what I got. Right
Big
here.
Web, what do you got?
You know what I'm going to do here
Oh, baby,
is
I'm
go
excited.
first. No, I'm going first.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take Philadelphia. Philadelphia is going to start playing football. I know they have A.J. Brown out, but they're going to play. I love the over in this football game, by the way, but Philly needs to start playing football. It's time. It's the playoffs. Do it for the fans. Make it happen. Philadelphia.
Zook?
I've flip-flopped on this game all week long, man. This is by far the one I feel the least confident in. I think I'm going to end up picking the Eagles, but I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
I think the Bucks could easily win this football game. They're a home dog. You got no A.J. Brown, like he said. Jalen Hurts now has does he have a dislocated finger?
I think so.
Not to mention the vibes around this team are just horrendous. So I wouldn't be shocked if anything happened. But I'll take the Eagles and what I think is a pretty good, well-run organization to at least win a game.
That's true. That's fair.
So we'll see.
Yeah, all of Philly's in shambles right now. Fans want to fire Sirianni. A.J. Brown's not playing. Locker room problems with Jason Kelsey. Finger on fucking Jalen Hurts. Darius Slay's calling out the fans. It's just in shambles. And Baker's playing good football right now. I was always going Tampa Bay here. I like Tampa Bay as a home dog. So give me the Bucks.
Audience, it looks like they're all over. I mean, Tampa everywhere early. I think it's Tampa.
Yeah, public thinks me.
Tampa for sure.
I don't see any Philly. Yeah, Tampa. Audience is going Tampa. I'm going to go with Tampa here, too. I don't really know what I can expect from Philly at this point. They have been awful. Their defense can't stop anything. There's locker room issues, it seems like. The fans are pissed. The organization's pissed off. They lost the NFC East themselves. I mean, it's been brutal. This could be a situation kind of like the Chiefs where you know how good they can be, but will they do the same thing the Chiefs did to the Dolphins? I don't know. I like the fact that Tampa is coming in hot. They've been proven more than you think they would. I mean, even in a bad division, they've showed that they can beat some pretty good teams. Then again, they only beat the Panthers 9-0 in Week 18. So this is tough. I don't love the number, but I think Tampa has a good chance to even win the game outright, and Philly's in shambles. Give me Tampa, and if Philly proves it, they could make a run, but got to see it first. It's been a while. So there we go. Finally, we got 2 more things. Dogs of the week. Again, audience, make sure you put your favorite dog in. We'll look up the spread if you don't know it, but it will help if you put that in for us. Most votes will go towards the dog. Big Web, where are you going?
You know, like I said earlier, I got to pick somebody, so I'm picking Green Bay and those 7 points down there in Dallas. I just think it's going to be a close football game. I like Dallas to win the game, but I like Green Bay to cover.
Zook?
I picked Houston yesterday.
Oh, you did.
He did.
So,
That's right.
Yeah,
We have proof.
They absolutely rolled the Browns. Sorry, Big Web.
Yep.
Oh, all good. We had a good
I still
game.
have to pick a lock, though. I didn't pick a lock.
Nick?
I was going. My dog for this week is always been, again, Tampa Bay.
Wow.
I think Tampa Bay is going to be able to get the job done at home. low money line plus 132 is what you're getting right now on FanDuel. So, yeah, I like Tampa Bay.
Audience, let's see what we got. Someone said Texans. Smart man.
Yeah,
easy dub. I see Green Bay. I see
a lot of Green Bay.
Eagles is not. They are not a dog. Tampa. I think Green Bay is the play. Green Bay for the audience, going with Big Web.
Man, my Packers fans are out there today.
Yeah, they are.
I love it. I love it, guys. Where have you been all year? I've been getting shredded on this show, especially the first half of the year.
Well, then now they have a reason to root. This is good. This is good stuff. I'm going to go with your Green Bay Packers, too. I got a feeling about them today. I'm getting 7. I'll take the Green Bay Packers plus 7. Finally, locks of the week. Again, audience, give us your top play of the day. Big Web, what do you got?
You know, I'm kind of like a bank teller when a robber's coming in the front door, with a gun. I'm locking up the Bills, baby. I think they're a solid pick today. Give me the Bills. Give me the Buffalo Bills.
Very nice. Zook, can you top that?
I don't know. I can't. So I'm just gonna say I'm also taking the Bills, and I'm gonna be on the heist with Big Web. I'm driving the getaway car.
Nick.
Well, when a robber robs a bank, he says to the bank teller, "Give me the bills."
Perfect.
Very nice. Very nice. Audience, let's see what we got here. Josh Allen is the man. Lions all the way. Lions, Green Bay. I don't have a lot of votes here. We'll come back to you. Keep putting locks in the chat. I don't have a funny pun about bank robbery, but I'm going to take the Lions. They're going to rob Matthew Stafford of his. I got nothing. Lions -3 going to kick some ass today.
Beautiful.
I love the storyline.
When you go to
Stafford
the zoo,
coming
you
home.
tell your daughter.
He's the villain now. I don't want anybody saying, "Oh, Matthew, we missed you. Thanks for coming back to Ford Field. I love you." Shut the fuck up. We hate Matthew Stafford. We hate Stan Kroenke. We hate the Rams. We're going to shove it up their ass. -3. Detroit Lions.
Holidays
Whoa,
are
it's
over
a family
today.
program.
No, this is
It's
all
a
business
family
today,
program.
man.
And it's 8 hours
We
before
stand on
game
business.
time right now. He's already pumped up. 8 hours before game time.
I'm fired up. This has been good.
Shove it up their ass.
Shove it up their ass.
Jeez.
Buffalo
A lot of
all
Buffalo.
over the chat.
A lot of Buffalo.
A lot of Buffalo. All right, there we go. There's our picks of the week, ladies and gentlemen. This is, this is getting fun because we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of these games. We get less games to pick each week, and we appreciate you guys' involvement. I do, we miss Tolly. Tolly's been a big part of the show for a long time, but I'm glad with his absence we were able to add the audience in as a panel member.
Cool.
I think it's made a cool wrinkle to it.
It's been nice.
Eventually, I would like to get whether it's one caller to represent the audience each week next year to call in and do all the picks,
nice.
or one per
like that.
pick. That would be even cooler.
Yeah.
And do something like that. So that's something that we're thinking about doing. But we really appreciate you guys and everything that you bring to the table. Joe says we all love this stream. Chad, thank you guys for an amazing season. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, and we love doing this. You know what else I love to do is download the Sharps app and get on there and tell everybody my awesome parlays for the week. It's the Sharps app, Sharps with a Z, the better social network. Big Web, if you ever wanted to, you really like Twitter, you like seeing all those stories pop up and all the interactions with everybody.
Oh, my
What
God.
if you did that just with sports bettors? You
Love
get
it.
just sports betting content, everybody's bets. You can see who's red hot. You can see who's shitty. You can put funny memes on there and go, bank robber stuff. You can make cool, little jokes.
Bank robber stuff.
Track your bets, your friends' bets, interact with your friends in the sports betting community on the Sharps app. You connect all your major sports books, including DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, ESPN Bet. Anything that you have, you can connect right to their app. It will put your bet slips into the app, and then you can use those to share with your friends, to share with the sports betting community. It also tracks your record just for sharing your app. You're just betting, and all it's doing is tracking your stuff. It's awesome. So you can join today by going to fromthe50.com, from the 50.com. Click the button that says Join Weber Bets on Sharps. You download the app through that link. It helps us. It helps the sponsor. You connect your sports book, start interacting with us every NFL Sunday and all through the season and off season. It's not just football. You got baseball bets, soccer, hockey, everything under the sun. You guys can get involved on the Sharps app. Sharps with a Z, the better social network.
Hey, I got a kennel parlay for you today.
All right, let's hear it.
It's full of dogs. Packers plus 14. You gotta love that, Took.
I love it.
Okay.
Buccaneers plus 10.
Yeah.
Over 44.5 in the Rams Detroit.
Love it.
Love it.
Over 39.5 Philadelphia Tampa.
Love it.
Yes.
Buffalo minus 6.5.
Yes.
Rams plus 10. This
like
is a
that.
solid ticket, bitch. 160 pays 1,015.
Wow.
Nice.
That's nice. So that's 5 picks right there?
6
picks.
6 picks.
I like that.
Pick
160
six.
pays 1,000.
Pick 6.
Nice.
Pick 6. Oh shit! It's a beautiful.
It's a
thing.
pick 6.
It's a pick 6.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a pick 6.
Just like Joe
feeling,
Flacco.
I'm feeling a
Big
whole
Webb's-
other vibe right
Big
now.
Webb's
pick
pick 6
six.
of the week.
Oh,
That's next
dude.
year's tie. He's already locked in on
This
it.
is beautiful.
It's like a That 70s Show moment. It's
I'm
like
telling you,
baked.
right. I'm getting a vibe. Let's get across the river, man.
He just
That's
had
good.
he just had football nirvana.
That's a donation.
Not even close. The vibe is too strong right now.
I think that's good.
Donation
That
station.
sounds pretty good.
It's full of dogs.
It is. I like that bet. I think, gentlemen, what I'm going to do is put a hundy spot on the Lions money line today, and I'm going to carry over until the Super Bowl. I'm going to bet
There you go.
on them to make the Super Bowl, no matter what the odds are, and double the money every time. More than double. Carry the money over no matter what money line until the Super Bowl. If they don't win the Super Bowl, then I don't win the bet. But I'm going to do it. See
Boy,
what
that
happens.
could turn into some dough.
Yeah. I mean, against a team like the Niners, if they make it to the NFC Championship, they'd probably be what? 6.5 point underdogs, something like that.
Well, what kind of
You'd
beginning
be taking a money line,
line?
so you'd be like,
that's what I'm
plus
saying.
like 300.
Pretty good. And then if you're rolling over $400, $500, $600,
What kind of money line you get today? Minus 110.
they're gonna be what, -3, probably -145, something like that. Nick, you got that number?
Yeah.
Money line.
Hold on.
You should at least take $1 out for the next week.
No. It's part of the. Maybe we'll do it. We'll see what happens. I think.
Buy yourself a Lion's toothpick or something.
Was it on Lions money line?
Yeah. Just what's their money line today? -140.
Minus 162.
162. Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, they're
They're
gonna kick
faves.
ass today.
They're faves.
Matthew Stafford.
They are
ain't got
faves.
shit
If you
on
really like
anybody.
them, why don't you buy them up to -10 and then get yourself some?
-10. I'm not going to put 100 on that. Just to win the damn game. That's
Just
what I'm
win the
saying.
game. Just win the football
Just win the
game.
football game. I want to have a bet to follow every single game in the playoffs for them. Just win. That's all I want. Just win. Nothing crazy. I don't want to be all locked in on them winning, and then I need Jahmyr Gibbs 3 touchdowns or something. No. You need one bet that's just them to win. That's it.
Did the Rams make the plane? Did it land? It's snowing in Detroit. What's going on?
Well, I think so. Why does that have to do with
It's a
anything?
warm climate, but let's let him. Maybe Stafford will slip in the parking lot or something. We need.
You can
to
get
know
minus
this.
10. You can get minus 10 at 10.5 at plus 250.
There you go.
No, that's nice. I'll take a pass. I don't think you guys understand how big of a game this is. Not for Matthew Stafford, for Jared Goff. Let me tell you something. I think he's also pissed off that the NFL all week has put memes out there. They had a picture today. It was yesterday or today. And it had Stafford walking through the tunnel at Ford Field with his Rams jersey, and it had Lions fans with like animated Lions fans with pictures that said, "Oh, Matt, we miss you. Oh, welcome back to Ford Field." Fuck that shit. Jared Goff is pissed that he got dumped like an ex-girlfriend. Like literally, he wants to win this game more than anybody, and I'm dead
Hopefully,
serious
his
on that.
offensive line
Yeah.
wants to do the same. That's the key too, right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're locked in. I'm excited because I think that I get why. I mean, Stafford's just playing to play. I mean, he's got a little bit more, I guess. I'd love to kind of ruin their chances in Detroit, but like I think Goff's like legacy game. Like let's shove it up their ass. Dan Campbell's pissed off. Like the whole thing.
Stop
with,
saying shove it up their
the
ass.
whole
This
thing
is a
with like,
family
Skipper
program.
and Decker and everybody too. Like it all goes into this. They're fired up for this game, and that's the problem. If the secondary screws us, I'm gonna be pissed because the rest of the team should be ready to rock. But the secondary's awful. It's the problem.
It's not good.
They need to stop.
And take it
Aaron
from somebody who's
Donald.
watched a lot of bad defense this year too.
Are they the number one worst secondary that you've seen?
They've seen
No.
the Eagles. Have you
Okay.
seen the
Good.
Eagles?
Good. That's
Packers have been just as bad.
good. Okay. Well, that's good.
Packers
to
have
know.
been just bad. I honestly, I think the talent that you guys have is not. It's not horrible. Like I actually like their safeties quite a bit. They need Jerry Jacobs back.
Right now, Cam
Is he
Sutton's-
playing? Is he playing today?
Jerry Jacobs is on the IR.
So no.
No, I don't think he's playing today, Zook.
Yeah. It was apparent watching their defense when I was working last week. They need him back. Cam Sutton's not a number one corner.
Cam Sutton is the biggest bust from the offseason.
Oh,
last
he's
year.
the guy that got you on the CD Lamb.
CeeDee
game.
Lamb did
Yeah.
everything he wanted to do against him in that game. So we'll see. Hey, you never know. You never know.
Kirby Joseph's a stud though.
Kirby Joseph's a stud, and
I like Tracy Walker. Gardner
Melifonwu is a
Johnson's
stud.
not bad.
Your
Yeah,
pass-
Melifonwu's good.
It's all about the pass rush today too. If you make Stafford uncomfortable, you'll be fine, even if your secondary sucks. They'll shut down the run. I'm not worried about
Did
Kyren
they
Williams.
move Melifonwu to safety?
I think he's kind of floated back and forth.
Because last week, I'm pretty sure the starters on the outside were basically like Kendall Vildor, which was a Bears practice squad guy, and Cam Sutton.
Yes.
So in the middle, the safeties, I think safeties are good.
It's the corners.
You got Thor
It's
in the
always-
middle.
It's always
Jack
the
Campbell.
corner. Jack Campbell. You got Hutch. You got. I mean, James Houston would have been huge this year too. Anyway, I'm getting into the weeds on it, but like your pass rush is there. You have to get to Stafford, otherwise he might pick us apart. I mean, all day. So it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited about it.
It's the other side of the ball though that's more important. You
got to keep up.
Goff has got to have time to do his fucking job.
You need some kind of turnover though. Like the defense, if the defense gets some kind of momentum, I think it's signed, sealed, delivered. But if they pick us apart, not looking good. Let's see. This is a revenge game. Let's go Goff. Yep, I agree. Let's see. It's Stafford's going to rip your hearts out, man. He's going for 400-plus yards. That's from CJ. CJ, if you like to DM me, we can make a little wager on 400 yards passing. That's a lot of passing yards. Lions guy is biased and doesn't know football. It's from Isaiah. Isaiah, if you'd like to make a wager, DM me. Future Twist says Sam Laporta update. He should be balling out today. Stafford season, that's from Tip. Someone ban him. Detroit is one of the worst defenses. LOL. It's from Tip. Tip, you're still banned. Yeah, so you kind of see where the chat's going today.
Tip Bayless. That's
Tip
one of the
Bayless.
better names I've seen.
I like Tip Bayless.
Tip
Tip of the cap on the name.
Bayless.
Your takes I don't really agree with, but tip of the cap on the name.
I love fired up TJ. I don't think I've ever seen in the 5 years we've been doing this show. TJ's never had this much to root for.
This is great. I mean, I'm excited because it's just such it changes everything going forward for like the rest of time with this team. Like you just get one playoff win at home and everything changes. Like you're not the Detroit Lions anymore. You're the Detroit Lions. You're not, the typical Lions losing at home.
I'm
first
not sure.
opportunity.
I'm not sure that Decker really reported.
I don't start.
He's trying to get fired up. I think that the funny thing for me is like obviously like I was in this spot I've been in this spot with Michigan like the Rose Bowl and then the Natty. Like I know exactly how you feel. I was like, this is gonna change Michigan football forever. If they lose either of these games, everyone's just gonna say they still suck.
I know.
You gotta win it all.
What worries me is what happened with the Ravens game, what happened with the Seahawks game, what happened with Dallas. Like, just so much shit can happen. And I will see Matthew Stafford throw his first dime to Cooper Kupp for 75 yards and a touchdown, and I'm just going to go, oh, we're so fucked. Like, it's just gonna be one of those moments. What do you say, Nick? Hello?
I said, yeah, you should say we're cooked.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Anyway, we don't have to talk about the Lions.
It's gonna be a fun night.
So
you're gonna need a nap, but it's gonna be a fun night.
I'm hoping to do some reaction videos. Again, I don't play shit up. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, watch me live. I don't do that. But more of like just recording if big moments happen. If we use it, whatever. But I also want like other Lions fans to interact. And honestly, Lions fans, if we lose, don't send me anything. But if we win, send me your reaction videos. I'd love to make a compilation. That'd be fun.
I need to show you my reaction. Not to bring again.
Oh, you got it.
Basking
Michigan?
in the Michigan victory. So somebody had walked past on the ring outside, like around the time Michigan like sealed it. You can hear me from the living room on the ring yelling at the TV. And my wife, I didn't know she was doing this, but she filmed me when Sainristil got basically the game clinching interception. My voice is like cracking.
Really?
I'm like, holy
so loud.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I was like.
I love it. I was wondering how the Zook household was on
chaotic
night. Yeah,
we were super pumped at the beginning. Then the third quarter came, got really tight.
Yeah,
and then we had the touchdown drive and the game-sealing pick, and I was on cloud 9.
How's it feel to know there's an asterisk on it, though? I mean,
no, there's no asterisk. That's why winning was so important. Because you would have been able to say that.
I don't know, Nick. I mean, your thoughts on sign stealing? You think it's a real national?
You guys did cheat, so yeah. I mean, that is
Penn State, Ohio State, Big Ten championship, against Iowa.
Do you guys think is Harbaugh leaving?
Alabama,
is Harbaugh leaving
Washington.
It's gonna be a shame that he doesn't win a real natty and then he leaves. It's just wild, isn't it?
Yeah. He's about to be the Los Angeles Chargers new head coach.
Crazy. No, I was rooting for Michigan. I was happy for him. It was they were the better team. I mean, Penix couldn't do anything. It was a fun little game. Fun game. You guys can get involved from the50.com, from the50.com. If you guys want to call back in, you can. We apologize. We're into our picks and reading the chat, but we can take calls for the next 20 minutes. So call on in. Let us know your thoughts on today, the rest of the playoffs, whatever you want to talk about. Jump on in the conversation. And make sure you check out the Football Fan Line. We're live every single week. Usually it's just me, but I'm going to have probably Zook and Nick hop on there here and there. And it's all for you guys. You guys run the show with the calls. So we had 15 or so people in the first episode. Would love to keep that going. So I think the plan is Tuesday night, but just stay locked into the From the 50 and Weber Bets Instagram pages, and I'll let you guys know when we're going live. I love doing that.
I've got to hop on to when it gets time for coaching search time. I need to interact with the callers and see what the vibes are out there for this hiring cycle, because it is one of the craziest I can remember.
Yes, and
both at college and NFL.
How many openings are there in the NFL right now?
I think there's like 7 or 8.
Is that right?
I was going to say 6, yeah.
Panthers, Washington, New England, Seattle,
Carolina.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Carolina, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8, I think. I think those are the
potentially one more if the Eagles lose. Just saying.
Yeah, Sirianni might
After going to the really?
They might.
Well, it's such a slide.
They might, man.
That's not a surprise.
I think it's become pretty obvious that, like, to me, like, I just feel like
Vegas.
Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon were amazing.
If they play as ugly as they have in the last 4 weeks, you might see it.
After going to the Super Bowl?
They fell off a cliff. They were 11
but 1. After going to the Super Bowl, I mean, that's tough. I don't know.
I don't think they will. I'm just saying, be on the lookout.
Jared says New England hired Gerard Mayo. Yeah, that's right. New England's already wrapped up. Forgot about that.
Yeah, that is right. New England did hire
Gerard Mayo. I thought that was going to be Vrabel for sure. But Gerard Mayo is obviously former.
Oh, yeah, Tennessee too.
Tennessee, yeah.
He's been like coach and waiting there, I feel like, for like 4 years. Yeah.
Let's see. J.M. Allen says Nick sucks.
Hey, Joe, fuck you.
He still has a huge head. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you give yourself enough time to get to the Cornfield Casino.
That's right. That's just true. We got plenty of time today.
Yeah.
Triple D, I did not pick the Browns, brother. I will not stand for it.
What did he call you out?
I picked the Browns.
He said all 3 of you picked the Browns.
No,
I did not.
Big Web's the only one.
I didn't pick the Browns. I picked Houston.
Big Web's the only one that rode with his Browns.
I picked them.
Big Web, I'm sorry about your Browns. Your first season as a fan, and Joe Flacco just.
It's okay.
It was a hell of a run.
I'll say this though, Joe was trying. He had a good end of the season. He was trying to make something happen, and he fucked up.
You can't be mad at Joe. I mean,
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. No.
I saw Joe getting some hate yesterday. I don't think it's warranted.
No, we had early injuries. We lost Watson early. We lost running back early. It was a good run.
I think he put it to bed though, like, and I fed into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Should Flacco be the starter next year?
Oh, get out of here. He's gonna be back on the couch.
We need to.
Now he is.
Now
he is for sure. But like, dude, I fed into it a little. I was like, how can you not run it back with this dude?
I know. Then he threw a pick 6. I'm like, okay, that was old Joe.
Then he
threw another one, and I was like, okay, now it's really over.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, it was bound to happen at some point. Like, it was kind of a Cinderella run where his over-under on yardage yesterday for passing yards was like 280. I'm like, this is Joe Flacco we're talking about. I know he's put up numbers, but my God, he can't continue it.
Did you see the dude helicopter on him too?
Yeah.
That was a bad moment.
Tough luck for old Joe. He got his shit rocked on that one too. Dude was going into a slide.
Dude broke dance on his head, on his brain.
After being down 14. Just a tough scene for the Cleveland Browns yesterday. Noel says Lions are different this year after beating the reigning Super Bowl champion in the first game. Okay. I love it, Noel. Like, let's go Lions, but that was a long time ago, and the Chiefs aren't that great this year. So, I mean, it was great. It was great to beat them in Arrowhead, but yeah, that was week 1. We get totally different teams now, you know. It's just the way it is.
Chiefs looked pretty good last night.
They did look good last night. They
better.
did. Bryson says Steelers upset. I think the Steelers are going to win outright against the Bills.
They're not feeling good?
They're going to be upset that they lost by 20.
Yeah.
That's what the upset's going to be. I think the Steelers will hang around. That's why I was thinking about taking them plus 10, just because they're always that team. Like, I think I was watching one of the Barstool shows, and Big Cat said it. He's like, Steelers are just one of those teams that you're like late in the third quarter. You're like, how the fuck are they only down by 3? Like they just kind of hang around. But
they do, man.
No T.J. Watt, and I guess Pickett's playing, but it doesn't really matter.
Bank robber.
Pickett's gonna play over Mason Rudolph.
I don't know. I thought if Pickett's healthy, he's playing. I have no idea.
I thought he had been healthy the last couple weeks.
They're going with Rudolph.
Rudolph
anyway.
started. He's been playing good.
Bank robber, man. Bank robber.
Which yikes already! Your first round pick just lost his job to Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph, who's
playoff game, and he's going to be healthy, backing up Mason Rudolph. That's ideal.
Not
Jack
ideal.
says Bills will get upset. No, Jack.
I don't know if what's going to happen there. They'll hang around. They're not going to lose the game, but I don't know. I mean,
dude, the Bills
playoff season.
Any other playoff team in the AFC, I'd say the Steelers have absolutely no shot.
Mm-hmm.
But
Bills always find a way to.
The Bills will find a way to make it weird.
I will say we have a big opportunity to see Bills and Chiefs next week in Buffalo. That would be electric. Those two always seem to have a good game. Like it could be fun because I think if Buffalo wins, and I believe who's the other AFC game? That's it, right? No, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So it would be the Bills win, they would play, and then the Texans would play the Ravens. So it would be that's gonna be a fun matchup. I'll be honest though.
It would set up Bills Chiefs rematch.
Yeah, in Buffalo.
Nice.
So that would be fun. Haven't the Chiefs always like hosted them in the playoffs last few years? It's always been at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
So that could be big.
Mm-hmm.
I also hot take think the Texans have a shot against Baltimore. The way they played, I mean,
definitely.
Flacco threw some bad picks, but I'm saying Stroud looked unbelievable against the top defense that they,
I'm telling you, man, D'Amico, he's legit, dude.
Yeah.
He's a legit defensive head coach. Like, I think they're gonna have a good game plan for him. It'll be interesting.
What do you think that spread
Not saying
is?
I'm gonna pick them. I'm just saying it's gonna be an intriguing game if that ends up being the matchup. I'd say it ends up being
4.
It'll be more than that. It'll be I say 6.
I'd get it early because I think that's going to go down.
You think?
I think big money's going to go on Texans' money line. I could just see some whales dropping just because of how good they looked.
Maybe after, you could be right, TJ. But then that's going to lead me to pick the Ravens.
That's fair. I think there's, someone gave a hot take last week about the Ravens being overrated. They're a great team, but they're also this might be a shot at Baltimore fans might be pissed off. This is a shot at Dallas and Baltimore fans. Baltimore's kind of the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. Like now, I mean, when they won the Super Bowl in 2013, but they can't win with Lamar in the playoffs. They have not made a run
not yet
with Lamar. Not yet. But Dallas is also the same boat. So I'm saying if they continue that type of where they kind of shit the bed in the playoffs, Houston's the type of team where they're red hot. They have nothing to lose. No one expects them to win the game, but no one expected them to blow out the Browns. Like, I don't know.
I think it's a much different ask going up against Baltimore. But yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying, man. Like Lamar in the Ravens at a certain point, like they've got to prove it. I think this is their year to get it done, though. Like they've got a great squad. Their defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald, for all the praise I just gave D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah.
That dude's awesome. He's probably going to be a head coach next year. I mean, just absolute stud.
It'll be fun. I don't know. If depends on what happens today. If the Rams end up beating the Lions, I'd hate to say it, but as far as just doing a football host job here, I think they could make a run too. It's just there's a lot of teams that if they make an upset, they could make a run. I think the Bucs are not one of those teams. I think the Bucs get blown out by somebody next week if they end up beating the Eagles.
I kind of think the winner of that game loses next week.
Yes.
Year after year, it happens. The guys that are sitting out, the guys that earn the buys, get forgotten about on Wild Card Weekend.
They sure do.
Everybody's talking everybody else up, and that team's sitting there resting, ready to go, and then boom, they get their Wild Card team gets their ass beat because that team's been rested and going, and you forget about them and how talented they really are.
Yeah,
the Ravens are great on both sides of the football. They just need to play. They need to play up to their potential.
Well, and the Niners too, man. Like I feel like for about 2.5 months, I've thought that this is the Niners' year.
Yeah.
And I still think
everybody's had their downward slide.
Long as McCaffrey's healthy, which that's the big issue. Like, how healthy is he going to be with the bye week? That's big deal. Get him a week of rest.
I'm telling you, it's just fun. I love playoff football. It's the best. And
It
the
is
fact
the
that your
best.
team's in it, it's just like a new day for me. It's like, this is so cool. this hasn't happened forever. It's just fun.
You almost got a taste of it, which probably should have got a taste of it last year.
Yeah.
Lost out on the tiebreakers, and now you get to experience it. Home
That game
playoff
in
game.
Lambeau felt like a playoff game, though. Like, and
Yeah,
Aaron
man.
Rodgers' run, like, it was nice. Like, Packers fans are probably like, oh, good for you guys. Like, kind of rub your hair type of thing, like the little brother syndrome. But, like, honestly, I was fucking pumped up for that game. It was great. And you're just like, whatever.
Clearly, clearly their whole team was, man. Like,
Yeah.
it was honestly embarrassing to watch. Like, they looked like they were the team playing to get into the playoffs.
They did, yeah. And I was shocked.
It looked like the Packers were the ones whose season was over, and
Yeah.
it was over.
It's crazy, man. I'm so pumped. I'm pumped for tonight. I want to try to find, and this is a really niche ask here, but like if there's any Lions fans from St. Louis on the chat, there's no Lions bars here, I don't think, but if there's any other Lions fans watching a game tonight in St. Louis at a bar, that would be fun to get a group together to watch the game. But it's a little late. We'll see what happens. But I'm just fired up. Are you guys, you boys, coming out to watch the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Hell yes.
Big Web, I got a Hutchinson jersey.
And
for you
I
if you want
will. I will have. I'm gonna watch Packers game at home.
it. Okay.
Win lose, I will be in my Lions shit
All right.
at the bar
Okay.
to root on Detroit.
Let's go.
Love it.
This is beautiful stuff.
We're off tomorrow. Let's get fucked up.
Let's do it. I'm down. All right, guys. That'll do it. Thank you guys for. Well, let's do one more thing. Where are you guys watching from today? Let's.
And what's the temperature?
What's the temperature? And where are you guys watching from? We have negative 12 wind chill right now in St. Louis.
And that's exactly what I do with my northern friends. I tell them it's negative 12, and they go, "You ain't got shit, man. Watch this."
All three of us are lucky our cars made it to the studio today.
Yes, barely started today.
Yeah.
It was brutal. We got L.A., Massachusetts. Let's see, negative 14 says Miley.
Where you at, Miley?
Ohio, STL, Moline, Illinois.
Negative 32.
the Quad
Quad
Cities.
Cities.
Gosport, England. Nice. St.
What's
Charles,
the temperature
Missouri.
in Gosport?
Texas, 45 degrees. Frankenmuth. Where the hell is that? 15 degrees.
Frankenmuth, that's a tight end for the Steelers.
That's him. Yeah, that's right. Pat Frankenmuth. Chicago, Tampa, 56 degrees. Yeah, I just got back from there. Houston, 43. Negative 20 in Nebraska. Oof.
Oh, my.
That's Braden.
Ponca
Yeah,
City.
I'd imagine.
That's brutal. Let's see. South Texas, 32 degrees in South Texas? What?
Jeez,
How's that even possible?
your beer's going to freeze.
Yeah. Did you
Watch
see those?
it. It's probably like South Texas, Minnesota, or something. Like, like one of those things.
Right?
Like how we've got Mexico, Missouri.
Some just bum-ass town somewhere in northern state. Did you guys see all the shots of Arrowhead where the water was freezing right out of the cooler and the beers were exploding and all that shit because of how cold it was? Unbelievable.
I just saw
I
Andy's
saw the
mustache.
video. I saw the viral TikTok from last night of like the water super cooling.
Yeah.
Like, they took it out of the fridge and
Yes.
it froze in like 5 seconds. And all the comments were like, "I'm glad the refrigerator's keeping the waters warm."
yeah. But it's like I don't know how you can even you can't even buy it. Like what's the point? Like it's like
dude.
it's
Like,
There's a guy from KC right there. I'm in KC. Everyone's beer was freezing at the game
Yeah.
last night.
So Eli, were people like just chugging right off the pour? Like you have to, like just get the pour and just chug it right before. It's like a race almost. Like whenever you have an Irish car bomb, if you wait too much, it curdles or whatever. Same thing. Like chug it before it freezes. That was probably the play.
20 in
Interesting.
Buffalo with snow.
Well, yeah, Buffalo's.
Hey, what's the forecast for tomorrow up there?
I would
Colleen?
imagine
there
you
was
said
a
it'll
guy
stop
in here
snowing.
earlier that said he was a mile from the stadium, but he was like, "It's not looking promising." When we were talking about the game
For
time being
tomorrow?
moved. Yeah,
I mean, I saw videos this morning and you couldn't even see
brutal.
anywhere.
That's
It
why
was-
that's why they moved it, man.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Is I know they want to play it in Buffalo, but like, didn't they? Where was the game they moved to Detroit? That was a regular season game, wasn't it? Or was it a playoff game last year when they played at
It
Ford
was
Field?
Buffalo,
Was it
Minnesota?
Oh.
Was it a
Buffalo,
playoff game?
Buffalo
I
Viking?
think that was a.
No,
I
wait a
think
minute.
that was
be
regular
regular season
Yeah, I
game.
think it was regular season.
So that's why it's playoff game. You got to play. I get it. That was way too cold and so unfair for Miami, who lives in the sun. Shut the fuck up, dude. I mean, they screwed it up. Like I get what you're saying, but it's not. It's football, and also they had a chance
Should've
to
beat the
wrap
Bills.
up the division
Should've
multiple
beat the Bills.
times. Yeah, come on.
Well, they're doing that in Buffalo for fan safety. They said mainly.
For sure.
Yeah, because can you imagine like 70,000 people trying to navigate? And also, too, this is on the heels of the blizzard last year that killed like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like 20 plus people.
Yeah, that's right. It happens like every year in Buffalo now, like this massive winter storm where it's feet of snow, and everybody's like, "Oh, just play. It's football." It's like feet of snow.
Right. Yeah.
It's nonstop.
I think some people were like saying it sarcastically, but there were a couple hardos on the interwebs last night.
Well, that's like that shoveling thing you were saying. And we had games. We went to the St. Louis Cardinal games where it would snow like a foot. Mm-hmm. They didn't do shit. You walk in your aisle. You're kicking snow in the other guy's aisle. And in one game, we just put our feet down into snow, and it was all the way up to your knees.
Really?
And they kicked the ball off, and we're like, "What the fuck?" People are throwing snowballs at everybody the whole damn time.
You just rock a snowsuit to the game, you're fine.
But in Buffalo, I would imagine 3 feet of snow. You got to go somewhere with that shit. Where are you going to go with all that snow? That's
Yeah,
why
I don't
you
know
got to
what
have these
they're gonna do.
shovelers and clear it out.
Well, the one positive is like they're used to dealing with it, so they have better infrastructure.
Right.
And, like,
They're used to it
know.
every year. They go
Right.
through this.
71 people came to shovel today. The guy said.
So they did have people finally show up.
That's
That's
not
good.
enough.
That's
but
No, that's not close to
That'll
enough.
get section 309. Thank
If
you.
I had to guesstimate it, I'm gonna guess you need more than 71. So they're gonna have to shovel the parking lots too.
Yeah.
Although they could probably get like
got
the
plows out
machines.
there.
Yeah, they get the plows out in the.
Rub some snow on it, make a snow seat. LOL. Build an igloo. It's from the Chad.
There you go.
That's football in Buffalo, baby. Sitting on an igloo. Let's go. Let's see. By the way, Gigi texted in and said, who's in line to win the jerseys? Yeah, I apologize. I forgot to read the standings for the panel. So you guys are picking through Super Bowl. So make sure you keep picking if you're at the top of the leaderboard. It does not end at the end of the regular season. But right now, John Jameson leads the way by 6 wins. He's got 157.
That's strong.
Very good. He's always at the top of the leaderboard every year. Matt Costa is in second with 151, and Kendall Ressler is in third with 150. So those three are in line for the NFL jerseys.
Real NFL jerseys.
Real, authentic NFL jerseys. But Chris Accord's close. He's 2 picks back of third. Kerry Ponder is 4 picks back of third. Frank Roberts and K. Roberts both tied at 146.
It's a Roberts battle.
And Gigi Evans and, me and Zook or actually Zook and Gigi tied at 145. I got 141. So it seems like Gigi still has a chance. He has to make a pretty good run today. But mainly it's the Roberts all the way up. So there's some action going on for the jerseys. We'll see what happens.
Good luck.
Should be fun. By the way, guys, make sure you follow From the 50 everywhere on social media. We're mainly active on TikTok, Instagram, and trying to build a YouTube page as well. So go to the website, fromthe50.com, fromthe50.com. It's easy to find. All our links right there. Subscribe. Appreciate you guys. We had a good audience today. We're doing this all the way through Super Bowl, and of course, we're doing the football fan line call-in show every single. The plan is Tuesday. Might change depending on my schedule and everything, but stay tuned to our social media for when those go live. And of course, if you don't watch the live version, you can watch it on YouTube, or you can also listen on Apple Podcasts. Again, all of those links on fromthe50.com. JM Allen, where are you guys watching at tonight? I will let you know, sir. We will let you know off stream and get something going. I'm excited. It'll be fun. If there are any Lions fans out there in St. Louis, DM me. We'll let you know. Let's get a watch party going. I'd love to do it. So anyway, that'll do it for us. Big Web, Zook, any last minute thoughts? Nick bailed early, so he gets to say nothing.
Go Pack, go baby.
Bet the doghouse. We're going to get this parlay today.
Go Pack, go, and hail to the victors.
There we go. All right. Shout out to Michigan. Shout out to the Packers. I'm rooting for the Packers today too, Zook. I'm a team player.
Go Lions.
Go Lions.
1 week alliance.
1 week alliance. This
Yeah.
is good. It could get interesting down the road, but let's get 2 dubs today, and we're rocking and rolling. That'll do it for the great Nick Tolley, Nick Yale, Zach Zook, Big Web. I'm TJ Weber saying so long. Good luck in Wild Card Week. Hopefully I'm not crying on the Football Fan Line show on Tuesday. We'll see you then. Bye.